Okay, so on a 2-5-1, how do I practice these? This is something I learnt a few years ago from a well-known jazz guitarist, and it's a useful starting point. So if I take a 2-5-1-6, in this case in the key of C, D minor 7, to a G7 altered, make it, C major 7, and then to an A7 augmented or altered, right? I can play pentatonics over the top. So D minor 7, I can play my flat 7 pentatonic, in this case C. G7 altered, I play my tritone, which is D flat. C major 7, I play my Lydian, built from the second, which is D pentatonic. And my A augmented or altered, I can build my tritone, it's now E flat. So what, if you see there, the pentatonics are just moving up by semitones. Easy way to remember them, easy way to play them. So starting on the flat 7 on the D minor, it's just C. This is best way to start to get to understand the pentatonics and the relationship with our normal harmony. Get them under the fingers, don't worry about patterns. I mean, patterns are important, but at this stage just get used to where the notes fall, and in every key get them under your fingers. That's really, really important. Okay, in terms of minor harmony, I can practice minor 2-5-1 just the same way. Again, just using major pentatonics. So D minor 7 flat 5, I play my flat 6 pentatonic. Right. My G7 altered, I play again my tritone, D flat, and finally C minor major 7. I'm going to play here my F or built from the 4th, right? Because I could also play a C minor 6th chord here. Alright, so B flat, D flat, and F. Those root notes form a virtual minor triad, which is a good way of remembering them as well. Practice those around the cycle of fifths, 2-5-1s, major and minor. And then you get to the stage where you should put them in context of a jazz standard or a number of jazz standards. And this really gets them under your fingers, helps reinforce which ones work, which ones are the strong sounds, and yeah, good introduction to using them in the soloing sense. I'm going to play this over the Starlight by Starlight, and you'll hear how these pentatonics work. It's not going to sound like a good solo necessarily, because I am focusing on just playing pentatonics. But you should start to hear the harmony. It's an exercise. In your soloing, of course you're not going to bend your solo on pentatonics. It's going to be boring. But get used to the sound of this, and you'll start to get them under your fingers. So with a standard like this, I'm using major pentatonics only, except for dominant chords that don't resolve down a fifth or part of a 2-5. In other words, I'm going to use there an altered pentatonic to give me my Lydian dominant sound. Right, everything else can be major pentatonic, even on minor 2-5 harmonies, just like we've done. Where I've got unaltered dominance in the 2-5 situation in the harmony, I will make them altered for this purpose. So here's Starlight by Starlight with a solo just built from pentatonics, and I'm going to make the pentatonics a bit more obvious as well, hopefully. All right. some other notes sort of crept in there as well, and you see it's hard to keep it together necessarily for an entire solo. But it's good exercise and a good way of really starting to understand pentatonic relationships with harmony. In my next video I'm going to put this in conjunction with our chordal voicings, and you start to see the ambiguity and the way you can create some really interesting harmonic movement with the combinations that we'll discover. Alright, till then, thank you.